didn't live up to those responsibilities, and so he won't be playing the next 2 weeks, and hopefully he'll learn in terms of what's important. As we emphasize that things are important here every day, and you're gonna have to make sure you do those things and meet or exceed the expectations and the standards that we have within our program. And if you don't, and you take it lightly, or you don't think the standards apply to you, you're wrong. And so, with that being said, that young man won't be with us the next two games, so he can hopefully take care of his responsibilities and remain as a teammate in good standing. We'll also recognize 15 young men this weekend for Senior Day, so that'll be taking place. And then, we got a tough ball game against ECU this week. The team that's is playing really well offensively. They're through for over 1,000 yards the last 2 games, scored 93 points, 94 points, I believe it was, 10 touchdowns. So we're going to have a tremendous challenge. The quarterback is playing at a very high level. Defensively, they're flying around and giving themselves an opportunity to win. So I thought we've had 2 pretty good days of practice. All our guys came back fresh, off the bye week. I thought it's been very energetic and a lot of energy, at practice. And so hopefully we can continue that through the rest of the week. Stephen Krajewski has been cleared to practice and play. And again, all we're going to do is just monitor that as we go through the week and see where we are. And Diamond Harold's back playing now in terms of over his injury, so I thought the bye week helped us get some guys back out there and put us in the best possible position to give ourselves the opportunity to win.
Rudy, what would you say about the 15 guys you're going to honor, their contributions to the program, sticking it out, whether it was 4 or 5 years for each guy, just what they've contributed to what you're hoping to build here?
Well, again, I always have the utmost respect, for the young men who play this game and play it here at the University of Connecticut. And, they're going to take a lot of good memories with them, and a lot of good times, having accomplished, all the things I know that they probably wanted to accomplish as a team. And that's all part of the process that you have to go through. Sometimes they don't get the opportunity to reap the benefits that other people will get moving forward, and haven't been through that, before. But there's some guys that elected not to come back for a 5th year. There's other guys who could have a 5th year, and as I told them, all these guys that we're honoring are guys who are true seniors, and some guys that had a 5th year, they came to me and said that they wanted to move on. There's other guys that we're not doing anything. I told them I'm not making any decisions until after the season's over. We're trying to win 2 more ball games. But if there were guys that wanted to be recognized on Senior Day, they could come to me and let me know, and of course we're gonna honor that. But again, it's just thankful for those guys and the contribution that they made here within the football program. They're going to be leaving with an outstanding degree, and I have nothing but high regards for each and every young man, and will always do whatever I can do to help them be successful and help their careers, moving forward.
The young man off the participation squad, is this related to his, he obviously had a similar situation last year? Is it related to that, or can you say anything?
Well, I think what it is, Neil, it's just we have standards here that a young man has to meet, and he has responsibility. All of our players have responsibilities and standards they have to meet, and when you don't meet those, then as I tell them, we're going to give you responsibility, but we're going to hold you accountable. And so I've had to hold this young man accountable for him not achieving and not living up to the standards that we have, and I think that says it best, that he just hasn't met the standards and hasn't fulfilled his responsibilities to the program and to the what it takes to be a football student athlete here at UConn.
Are you able to tell us who the 15 players who will be on Saturday are?
Pat told me I can't, so I won't.
Sorry.
Okay. What will it take as far as Steven goes this week to maybe give him a chance to play, or is it going to work him in slowly, or do you have kind of a plan?
Well, he just started practicing. You know, he hadn't practiced for how many weeks, and so he practiced Sunday, practiced today, and you know, we'll see where he is.
Coming off the bye, 2 games remaining. What's the mindset just going into these last 2 weeks?
I thought the mindset was pretty good. Like I said, I thought Sunday was a very good practice. We were outside. Thought there was a lot of energy. Thought you could see guys had their legs. Again, I thought it was pretty crisp and pretty sharp, pretty physical. Felt the same thing today. We'll go outside. You know, we couldn't go outside today because of the rain, but we'll go outside tomorrow and Thursday. But again, I've seen, you know, guys that are into it. You know, like I said, I think we had a really tough stretch there of 8 straight games, and the break, I think, in doing what we did was beneficial.
You've been adding more freshmen to the participation squad. Do you want to get some of those guys who haven't played yet an opportunity over the last couple weeks?
Yeah, there's going to be some guys that will get an opportunity to get them in the game, because now we can play them on special teams, or we can play them in other situations, and not lose a year of eligibility. And there are guys that we think that have earned the right to get on the field and get an opportunity, that they've created that opportunity, you know, for themselves. And so anytime that you get an opportunity to do that, especially with the rule that you have now, where guys can play, you know, up to 4 games, and some of them it's gotten to the point now where they're ready to have that opportunity.
Randy, it seems like Matt Parrott is getting some nice attention and opportunities. What's it been like for you to work with him since you returned?
You know, Matt is a guy that really, I think, epitomizes what you're really looking for in a student athlete at any college. You know, a young man that's is a good student, does things the right way. He's gotten better each and every year that I've been here, and culminating to where, you know, right now, I mean, he's playing the best football, you know, of his career, which is where he should be. And I think the good thing is, too, I think he still has room to grow and room to get better. He hasn't tapped out yet. But again, it's a credit to him, because he's allowed himself to be coachable, and he's worked hard, and he's put in extra time to put himself in a position to get some of those accolades that he's receiving, and that's what you want. That's how you want everybody. And to me, he's been a pleasure to deal with. He's going to be successful in whatever he does, whether it's on the football field or when his playing days are over, whenever those may be. You know, he'll be a success in life, because he understands. He has the work ethic, he has the mentality, and he understands and he's a guy that will listen and do what you ask him to do because he wants to try to be the best he can be in everything that he does.
Randy, what do they do in the passing game that makes them so effective?
Well, they got good athletes. You know, they spread you out. Quarterback knows where to go with the ball. Usually that's what usually determines if you got good people and, you know, they can get separation and, you know, they have a good scheme. You got a guy that can throw it and understands where to go with the ball.
Back to Matt for a second. How does he compare with some of the other guys who you've coached who have played like Will Beatty, Donald Thomas maybe? Does he have the skill set that can translate pretty quickly and play?
They're all different types of players, all three of them. But I think the thing is that you know, you hate to get into comparing guys or anything like that. I just think that Will Beatty was who he was, Donald Thomas was who he is. Matt is a young man that I just see has gotten a lot better in the 3 years that I've been here. And I think he's really starting to, you can just see his fundamentals and technique have gotten better, continue to get better. Again, he's a guy that wants it. And, you know, the thing for him, and again, the people at the next level, they'll make their own evaluations on him. But I'm pleased with, you know, how he's developed, and there are things that he can continue to work on to get better. And, you know, those are conversations that I've had with him and will continue to have with him to help him try to achieve the goals that he wants to achieve from a football standpoint.
Randy, with the idea that
We're trying to win this game first, and whatever we have to do, that's what we're going to do. And, you know, I'm one of those things where if you deserve to play, you'll play. And if you don't deserve to play, you won't play. It's that simple. I mean, I think I've always been that way, you know, because ultimately we're trying to win a game. And who's ever the best 11 that we feel as coaches can be on the field for us, offensively, defensively, on special teams, you know, that's what we're going to go with.
How important are these last two games to kind of creating some momentum and some confidence for the team going into like next season?
Well, you know, every day you're trying to get confident, whether it's on the practice field. And, you know, we'll just worry about this game first, but I just want our guys to continue to go out and try to play to the best of their ability. You know, I don't know, confidence is a funny thing, you know, and but you got to have it within yourself first and foremost. If you don't have confidence in yourself and you don't have confidence in your own ability of what you do, you're not going to have a chance to be very successful in anything. You know, I might go out and get my butt beat, but I'm pretty confident I'm going to go out and give it everything I got and get after those people, and I know I can do it. You know, and that's the mentality that guys have to have, and the way you get that is by doing it day after day, you know, period after period, play after play. Yeah, we want to try to continue to build some momentum, and as we continue to go, and again, we're trying to do everything that we can to win this ball game this week.
Anybody else?
Good. All right.
Thank you.
Have a good one.